there was a time when I had a situation in my life that turned me upside down, and I didn't have any like steady employment, and I moved here to this place. I just lost my job, and I moved into a fucking hotel. It was like $1,000 a month, and it's a fucking pedophile haven. There, you know, I remember laying on my bed with my 2 cats in a hotel room and going, I should just go back home. I should call my ex-girlfriend, and you know, fucking, man, I'll just have her come down here and pick me up. And I said, you know, is that really something that you do? You know, do you, you know, you're always talking about don't quitting and not quitting and sticking it out. And, you know, a lot of parts of most of my parts of success are from never giving up when shit, right after I got out of here, I was homeless, literally pushing a shopping cart with my 2 suitcases down this fucking street and slept in front of a taco truck, you know what I mean, for 8 weeks. And I said I'd rather be homeless than fucking go back home and say I failed, you know what I mean? And I don't think I'm gonna fail. You know, during the whole time, God kept telling me to stick it out. You know, I'm with you, stick it out. You're not gonna lose. You know what I mean? I didn't bring you this far to lose, you know? So I stuck it out. I worked at the Family Dollar. It was a fucking horrible job. Some weird district manager that was acting like he wanted to bang me, you know, always harassing me, trying to like fucking just do stupid shit to me, and I just ignored him. And my manager let me keep my shit at the Family Dollar, my 2 suitcases. I slept on, in the morning I would sleep in front of the Family Dollar and charge my phone. And you know, it's just situations like this. I remember being in Sacramento, being 3,000 miles from home, sleeping in my car near the river overlooking the city, and going, for some reason I just knew, like my friends were like, dude, you gotta go home, man. My one friend from high school, you should just go home. I said, no, man, I feel like God's put me through this for a reason. And so everything that's ever happened in my life, I used to say to God, this is so annoying. Everything always sucks. Everything is so hard. I moved down here without a car. I had to walk everywhere. I'd be drenched by the time I got to my job. 40 minutes to work, 40 minutes back after moving furniture in the heat. You know what I mean? And just being beat up, you know? And then, you know, I just kept, you know, I always tell people, if you don't give up, like going to the gym. I remember telling my doctor after my neck surgery, I said, man, I used to look like the Incredible Hulk. I'm not weighing 300 pounds anymore. I'm not weighing 300 pounds and going on disability. I know that I can, I got one more, I told my doctor, I said, you know, I got one more run, you know what I mean, in me. I know I was 38, maybe. I said, I got one more run in me, you know. And, oh man, you got metal in your neck, you got a cage in your neck, your elbow is messed up, you know, you gotta maybe get your hip looked at. Just go on disability, it will be easier. And I go, and then what? Go to pain management the rest of my life? I go, what if I could get in shape and change my life? And he just looked at me like, nobody ever does that. You know what I mean? And I just said, and it was fucking difficult detoxing off of pain pills in jail. It was difficult burying my 2 brothers. It was difficult being homeless in Buffalo in the fucking wintertime. It was difficult watching a guy getting stabbed to death in front of me, and intervening. You know, everything's always been difficult, you know, and since everything's been so difficult, I'm just conditioned to fucking do what I gotta do, to ride a bike. To people go, man, how do you get around? I go, I get my groceries on my bike. There's nowhere I can't get on my bike or my bus or an Uber other than the beach, really. You know what I mean? So I'm just conditioned to, you know, and that's why I have so much in common with my girlfriend. She just has had the same, she knows what it's like to be broke and alone and fucking desperate and not have a fucking hope in the world, but keeps, showing up, keeps grinding it out, gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, rides her bike to work 40 fucking minutes, stands on her feet all day and comes home. I don't care how old you are. I don't think I could stand that long. You know what I mean? At my job now, I got spraying 16 houses. Everybody that works there is 20-something years old. I'm 43, and it's hot as fuck outside. And here it is. Listen, and I was just telling myself, listen, dude, it's 4:30 in the morning. You're getting up. Now I'm not riding my bike in the morning because my job's a fucking brutal workout enough, and we walk a lot. But I get up at 4:30. Walk across the street to work. I'll get my company vehicle in the next few days, and grind this out, So I just tell people, man, a lot of shit is just really, trusting in God, believing in yourself, and I like it when people doubt me. You know what I mean? I like it when people go, "Oh, you're not gonna." I listen, I've seen the text messages and this, that, and the other from people that pretended they were my friends and said, "Oh, he's not going to get sober. It's just not going to happen." Even a good friend of mine here that lives near me said, "Yeah, it's just not going to happen. She's not going to get sober. This has been going on for 20 years." And I said, "Don't ever, ever, ever give up on somebody, because that's when God does his most, that's when he does his miracles. When there's no one else to help you, that's how I have such strong faith in God. When I went to jail for 56 days and my cat got out, and they stole all the shit out of my house, and I just said, God, if you just give me back my cat, please, I'll get sober. And that's what, and some people know that, some people don't, but I'm used to it being difficult. When it's easy, I think when it's too easy. Like when I walked into this job and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll pay you X amount of dollars." I said, "That's that's $3, that's $2 or $3, $4 more than I'm used to making." Then I call them back, do the interview, and then they tell me they're going to even pay me more. I'm just like, huh. It's like when someone says they love you, you just kind of go, "Why would you love me?" It's just never happened. It's always been difficult. There's always been a fucking catch, or I've been an inconvenience, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So I just tell people, man, stick it out, and just, I made a life out of proving people, myself, and everybody wrong, just by having the faith, and the guidance and the Holy Spirit telling me, and just believing in God, and just going, I'm just gonna trust in you. Okay, you know what? You wanna show me who you really are, God? I'll let you do whatever you want with my life. You help me out. I will talk about you. You change my life around and not make me dependent on pain pills and everything else. Guess what? I know I can't do it without you, because I've done it myself. And that's another thing I tell people. You've done it yourself for how long? It doesn't work. You got to completely surrender your life and be still and know that he's God. That's just what works.